Welcome back to Just Scribble for a plan with me for the week of July 15th through the 21st in my work planner. So my setup in my work planner is really simple, so this plan with me will not take very long, but because it is a more simple setup, I thought it would be fun to do a little video with you guys and show you guys how I set up my planner. I have done, I think, maybe a plan with me, but I know I've done like a reel and a short before showing how I do this, but I thought it would be good to do a little video. So my work planner for 2024 is the Franklin Covey A5 Japanese planner. It is a daily planner. It has a weekly compass to start off your week, and then it has daily pages Monday through Sunday, and then it goes into the next weekly compass. I do have a video sharing this planner and also sharing my setup of it, so I will put links in the cards up above to that. But one thing about my work planner is that I don't generally work the weekends. I generally work Monday through Friday, so I use the Saturday and Sunday pages for notes, and that's where most of the actual deco goes. And it's not really deco, it's just washi. The only decoration I use in this is washi tape and then colored highlighters or markers that kind of coordinate with it, and that's pretty much it. So what I have been doing consistently through the year is covering up this little red spot here, sometimes covering this whole section, most of the time just covering the section here, and then writing in big letters right here what my main focus is for the week. And then I cover up the strips here for Saturday and Sunday, so those pages don't have dates or days of the week on them. And then I mark my timeline and I fill in my appointments. That's pretty much the gist of it, and that is what we're gonna do. So I have pulled washi. This is a simply gilded washi that I've had for years. It says Aloha, it has little fish on it. I thought it was a fun color and it's summery, so this is the washi we're gonna use. And then I pulled out 3 markers or highlighters. I have a Sharpie S note in a sort of teal color. I have a Maru dot marker number 10, and it's tourmaline, and so I have that. And then I have a play color dot marker from Tombow. I don't know if this has the color name on it. It's really hard to see because everything's in white, but it is a dot marker, and then it has a fine liner on the other end. These are not my favorite markers, but before I found the Zig Clean Color dot markers, these are the dot markers that I use. I have a set of these. A lot of them are running out of ink because I've used them over the years, but those are what I pulled, and the washi. And then I have a little card from Peter Piper Pizza that we're going to use as a washi cutter. My husband just got home, so hopefully the noise of the garage does not cause too much of an issue. I'm trying to decide. I think I'm just gonna cover the pink spot this week. So I cover that, and then I go to Saturday and Sunday. Oh, you can hear my husband talking to my dogs. And then I'm gonna cover this part here. For me, adding washi here just helps me remember that this is the end of the week, that these are my note pages. It lets me use up some of my washi. It gives me a color to use for my highlighting and markings, and it looks cute. I like having color in my planners. I find it inspiring. All right, so there's Saturday and Sunday. So the first thing I'm gonna do is write down my focus for the week. So, and then I'm gonna mark my hours. I try to do this as straight as I can, but sometimes I'm not super straight. My husband's trying to get my dogs to go outside, and our older one does not want to. This is blotter paper. I use it in all of my planners. It just absorbs any excess ink so you don't have smearing, especially when you're using a Tomoe River paper planner like this one. Thursday, I'm going in a little later because my kiddo has an appointment. My favorite blotter paper is from Naname Paper. That's where this is from, this pink paper, so you always see it in my videos because I love it. Move the blotter paper from this page before this was dry, so you'll see that there's some smear up there. These are really wet. little dot markers. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some dots here, and then I don't use this exactly how it's intended from Franklin Covey. I use it how it works for me. So these are to-do lists. I found that I often have things that I need to write where the to-do is really long and then others that are short. So instead of making 3 sections, I found over using this planner that it's better for me if I have one that's a little bit narrower and then one that's a little bit wider. So I use this for to-do lists for the day. I use this to mark down what I actually do during the day. This is my timeline and where I put appointments and meetings and things like that. And then this part down here, I'll put notes if I have anything special that I need to write down. So on Monday, I have an appointment at lunch. So I'm going to be out of the office for lunch. And then I have a conference call at 3. This is probably not the best week to do a plan with me because this is actually a really light week for me as far as meetings. I don't have that many meetings this week, but that's just how it goes. Sometimes there are more meetings and sometimes there are less. So I have no meetings as of right now on Tuesday. That can totally change, but as of right now, I don't have any, which is awesome. And then I have CPE at lunch on Wednesday. Thursday, my kiddo has an ortho appointment, so I'm coming in late. And then I have a meeting. At 10. And then Friday, I have a large department meeting. So I have that, and then I have a lunch for work. So those are my meetings. Now we're going to put the rest of my to-dos. This is 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. So you will get some shadowing and sometimes some bleed through from some dot markers. I don't have a problem with the Zig Clean color dot markers on Tomoe River paper, but I do with these Marus, and I do with like the Amazon knockoffs and the Ohuhus and some other ones. So just if you're using dot markers on 52 GSM, just know that sometimes you may have a little bit of bleed through. Once I actually get into using the planner and writing, I don't notice because the words go right over where the shadowing or ghosting and the bleed through go. And then over here, I'm going to put some reminders. So I don't forget a few things. And then over here, I was gonna actually make kind of like stripes for notes up here. I've actually not done this before, but I think it would be helpful for me to kind of shade this for writing. Like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going a little bit over the line and I don't mind. I just really want a way to kind of organize my notes a little bit more. I tend to draw boxes around them and stuff as well. And I always bring some sort of highlighter or marker with me to meetings so that I can add to my notes to make it easier to see them and to call out important things or action steps. but this will keep the notes a little bit organized as well. And then I'm not going to do anything to this grid part. Just going to leave that like that. And then I can add boxes and headers and all that kind of thing. But that gives me a little bit more direction for my notes. So that is my plan with me. It's pretty short because A, this is not as busy of a week, but B, it's just a really simple setup for my work planner. So I keep a list of things I need to do during the week, or if someone asks me to do something, I write that down here. I keep a to-do list of the things that I know I need to get done a particular day. I generally write that in the night before. So before I leave work, like on Monday night, I will write in a to-do list for Tuesday. I keep notes of what I get done during the day, or notes from calls, things like that, in the daily notes section. I use this as my time tracker. And then I use the Saturday and Sunday pages for notes from meetings, particularly my Friday meeting, because I have a meeting every single Friday. And so I keep notes there so I can refer back to them. But that is my weekly setup in my work planner for the week of the 15th through the 21st, really through the 19th because I don't work on the weekends. That's my quick little plan with me. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to put them down below and I will definitely get back with you. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this plan with me. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss future videos. And don't forget to just scribble.